getting to ask any questions because we are rolling. Everybody good? Any more announcements, Derek? All right. First off, just proud of our team. You're coming off a short week, off of a very emotional game there Sunday night. We talked a lot about just our response. I know that's a word we say a lot around this program, but I truly believe that indicates the identity of who you are, what you're about, what you want to accomplish. And I thought our guys came out tonight. There were some plays we left out there. There's no question. There'll be a lot of things that we're going to get to do to continue to work and be more efficient, to be able to execute better. But when our guys came out, they played with passion. They played with effort. They played with physicality. And I thought, to be able to do that, I think a Southern Miss football team is going to have a good year. I mean, they're very well coached. They did some good things, but I like our guys' mindset. This was a really good week of work for what they invested. But ultimately, you got to go do it. And I thought they did a great job tonight. Some big plays on both sides of the ball. Even it's good to see even not on the cleanest night that we had. In some situations, especially like throwing the football. You had some missed opportunities, some drop passes, things that we got to get cleaned up. But I thought our guys responded really well, and just proud of what they did. And it was a great atmosphere tonight. So good to be back at home. And last week in Orlando was truly special. But there's nothing like playing Saturday night in Doak Campbell Stadium. It's remarkable. I mean, you felt it throughout the course of the game. Thank you to our students for coming out, and I sold out student section. You felt them. Marching Chiefs were awesome throughout the course of the night, and just grateful for our entire fan base. Just how they showed up and showed out, and it was really a great atmosphere for our home opener.
What does it say about the explosiveness, I guess, and also depth of your team that you could look a little, not as efficient in the first half, but still put up 66 points in 5 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, it's what we did a good job of is we owned the ball, and so we didn't turn the football over. That was big, and I tell our guys all the time, just give yourself one more play. You look at our cash down conversions. I think we're close to 50%. I know you can look at the third downs. We were 4 of 12, but the fourth downs we were 4 of 5, and those are still conversions, and that's where our guys believed that they didn't. There's some things that we didn't force, or some things that we had to respond to. Jordan made a couple remarkable plays on a few of them, but they played the next play, and I think that's great evidence for our team that if you will continue to do that, if we can own the football, we got great playmakers. I think we know that, and it was great to see a variety of different guys that showed up. Darren Williamson with the big touchdown catch, that was a big play. He's been battling injury. He's shown flashes throughout his career of what he can be, and that was a big play. That was a big play for him. Obviously, the guys that. Deuce Spann had a big play, which I thought, you look at those, Keon, yes, that was a remarkable performance and unbelievably athletic play. But it's great to see the guys that are surrounding him that have continued to grow, that are continuing to develop. Johnny, he had to come out a little bit, there early in the game. There was some rough opportunities there, but he's going to continue to respond and continue to grow. He's a special player. But then really same thing in the run game. We were able to stay after it and really kind of put the game away there. In the second half, being able to establish a run and have some big plays and some big runs.
And Mike, some of those fourth down decisions weren't automatic decisions. Is that has to go to the confidence you have in that offense and probably that quarterback too? Is that
yeah, absolutely,
where that
and
comes from?
it's confidence I have on our defense too. This is a team, and it's one that I tell the team all the time. There's going to be times that we're going to have each other's back, and obviously I've got a lot of confidence. I wouldn't do it in going forward in those fourth down situations, and we were able to convert 80% of them. But if you don't, right, then defense has to have the back of the offense, and those are opportunities that in our response that that are necessary. And I think I think this team is something we talk very openly about. We start in fall camp, and we train those situations. And, I think our guys are growing in their confidence in what we can do just throughout that.
Mike, you were able to get a bunch of true freshmen on the field and a lot of guys' experience overall. I guess how important is it to get that on film in a game like this?
No, absolutely. It's great to be able to have the opportunity to do that, to see guys, in the moment, with what their responsibility is, what their assignment is, how comfortable they are in communication, and then overall the execution. We've got a really talented young group. And I'm excited about where the future is. But those games, it points out the good, and it also at times can point out, areas that need to be improved upon as we go through the season. I am fully expecting that a bunch of our true freshmen are going to be great contributors throughout the course of this year. Be able to have some opportunities there for them to see it and learn from it, I think is huge. So, it definitely played out as good as it could when it came to that. I think we tried to play just about everybody at some point tonight, and which is a great experience. Those kids, those guys, they worked their butts off in practice. Some guys got on the field for the first time, and it was pretty special to see.
Jerry and Jones had that pick six in the third quarter, I believe it was. Just how big was that? And after that point, you got the starters out. How big was that play at that moment to, just kind of go to the next part of the game?
No, it's huge, and Jarian has really developed so well in this program, and his growth mentally, physically, just emotionally, all things. He's played a lot of football for us, but I think there's no doubt he's playing his best ball now. He was dealing with an injury there in fall camp, missed a little bit of time. This was a little bit limited last week, in LSU game, but still did some good things, and then to see him be able to execute in that moment to get the pick six, it was huge. And he actually broke the rock for us there after the game, because I thought that was a special play and a great moment for him, and kind of was the kind of finish we wanted with with that first group.
I'm sure in situations like this, hopefully you see a complete defensive performance, a dominant defensive performance. Some of the skill position guys they have on that team. What can you say about the especially kind of the first team guys on defense, what they did tonight?
I thought they played exceptional, and we talked about stopping the run. It's a big offensive line. Running back, Gore is a really talented young man. We knew we had to get to him early. We had to try to stop him before he could get started. I thought we executed. We had a really good plan with Coach Fuller and the defensive staff, and guys went out and they committed to it. And we were what I was hopeful that we would be, and our guys played at a very high level. I thought they were great on the cash downs, third and fourth downs. They were remarkable. The first defense, I don't know if they gave up a conversion, but it was a really impressive performance.
Hey, Coach, you talked a little bit about it in your opening statement, but for the guys to come out the way they did tonight after that short week, after that big win last week, what does it say about the maturity of this team?
Well, that's what we have to be. We talked about it, and you can have age and experience, but the maturity is a choice that you have to make. And what do you want it to look like? What do you want to be? What are you willing to invest? We were tired. Early in the week, I promise you, coaching staff, all of us, we were. That was a fast turnaround. But when it came out to Tuesday's practice, Wednesday's practice, it was the output was there. It wasn't always the cleanest, as I told you guys on Wednesday, but it was it wasn't from a lack of want to, and to see guys invest in that work just to get better. And because that is the objective here, is every day, we got to come out and we got to be better than what we've been. And I thought that there were some definite strides that we took throughout this week, and it does show the maturity, it shows the want to, it shows the belief, and the willingness to sacrifice to go get better.
Obviously, the opponent's different, but did you see anything from Trey different tonight and this week compared to maybe last week?
No, Trey's a great back, and I'm glad he's got a little bit of space tonight. There was last week, especially in the second half, I thought he had some really good runs. It was something that we were hopeful to see, and he's a great player, and definitely ran with a purpose. But I thought even last week, even though the numbers weren't maybe as good, but I thought that he ran hard, and there, especially in the second half, had a couple really big runs for us there last week. But tonight, I don't know what he ended up going for, but it was I think 8 yards, almost 9 yards a carry. I mean, it was a good night for him.
Hey, Coach, with the onside kick in the second quarter, a little bit unexpected, was that something you guys were planning all week or just a field thing? Talk to me a little bit about that thought process.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna be aggressive, and if we see something that we think we have an opportunity to capitalize on, I told the staff what kind of the circumstance situation we were going to do it this morning. Told the team, and we got what we knew we potentially could, and went out there and executed the plan. And I thought that was a great job by our guys. I know Shai had the opportunity to recover it, but a great kick by Ryan. And our guys, I thought that was a big part of it. The two long drives, even though I don't think in that drive, don't believe we scored on that drive, but it was the time of possession, the plays, really getting a chance to wear them down a little bit, and I thought it set up well.
Hey, Coach. Obviously, it's early in the season, but I just want to know if you think this is the most talented team you've ever coached. I mean,
We're a very talented team, and but talent will take you so far. It's got to go, and I want to be the most disciplined, the best team in being able to utilize their fundamentals, execution, their response. And we're 2 weeks into it, and I'm very proud of what I've seen in 2 weeks. I like this team. I like this team in fall camp from the work they did in the summer. I like just the investment that they put into the relationships. But there's going to be it's a long journey ahead. And all that we can control is today, and I thought they handled today. But I'm excited about the talent and ability we have. We just got to continue to grow and get better, and overall operation. And I believe they'll do that.
Brock Lynn's first career play, runs for 34 yards, scrambles. What does it say about him to come in and not force a ball when he could have come in and just forced the ball and did something he didn't need to do?
I mean, I told him to just trust his eyes. It's the same thing I tell all of our quarterbacks: trust your eyes, trust your feet. And he went through his progression. Had a little bit of a mistake by one of the other positions that were out there, and he did. He trusted his feet, and it was pretty good seeing him get out there and scamper down the field. So, I really like be able to get that experience for Brock. AJ was able to get in. Obviously Tate had two really good drives. Great play by Marquiston Douglas there on Tate's first pass play. You'll be able to make a couple guys miss, and it's pretty impressive seeing 280 pounds run that way, that fast down the field. And Marquiston's a guy that's he's continuing to grow, continuing to work. You see the talent in that tight end room. Kyle Morlock had a big play. It's there's a lot of competition in that room, and definitely a bright future. All right, thank you, guys.
for Jarian. Can you walk us through the interception, I guess how you saw the play develop and how it felt to go ahead and make that play?
We were actually in two-man, and he ran a slant. He ran right into me. And I looked at the quarterback, but he'd already threw the ball. I guess he anticipated him to be open, and it hit me right on my chest. I looked straight, with nobody in front of me, so I just took off.
For both players, Coach Norvell talked about it. Short week, thrilling win last week against LSU. What was it like this week to prepare on short week and get ready for this game?
I just say, we didn't want to take the week for granted. We want to go out there and put our best foot forward. We didn't want to take no week for granted. Although it was a short week, we knew we had to do. We knew we had to come out here, on Saturday and handle. But I just say, just keep the main thing. Make sure we stay focused. Although the score was what it was, focus on us. We know our biggest challenge is us, so we got to keep focusing on us as we continue.
Jordan, was that your first chance to break the rock? How did you do with it?
I think I broke the rock last year or the year before that. So I think this is my second time. But it's always fun breaking the rock. But it's way heavier than I thought. Like way heavier than I thought. I think I did a good job. I broke it like 4 times, but I think I did a good job.
And what did it mean to you? Just again, you've talked before about coming back for the season and what you guys hope to do. To be honored like that, what does it mean to you?
That was big. It ain't nothing in the world I wouldn't do for my guys, and I wear my emotions on my sleeves. So just being able to do stuff like that with them and all this, just being together, just doing stuff like that, I really appreciate stuff like that.
This is for both you guys. You were able to play a lot of true freshmen and just young guys in general. I guess how important are those reps for guys? Like when you guys were earlier in your careers, to be able to get in a game like this, I guess how impactful can that be for a young player?
I say it prepares you, for when your time comes. I want all our young guys to get reps, so when it's time, they play full speed with no hesitation. So I just say it was a good thing, get our young guys to get their feet wet, just understand the game speed, the speed of the game. Just go out and communicate, make sure we communicate on all cylinders. The game is faster compared to high school, so from the young guys, I felt they did a good job tonight, just getting the opportunity to go out there and compete.
What was, for both you guys, what was this week like in terms of having a short week and playing a team that's not as high profile, but how serious you guys took the practice this week?
I think, not to say weeks like this, because every week is the same, but the message this week was to be our best. So no matter who is playing, our opponents are nameless, they're faceless. So as long as we go out and we prepare to be our best and then go out, capitalize, execute, and be our best, I don't feel like there's nobody that could beat us. So the message this week was just being our best.
Kind of along those lines, it seemed like for either of y'all, it seemed like the coaches maybe even from the 2 days we were out there practicing a little harder on y'all this week than maybe a normal week. I guess, did you get that impression, and what's that say about them?
I say, yeah, they didn't want to take no game for granted. They know what type of week this was, so they just want to continue to push us to be our best. Don't slack off. Although it is a short week, we still got work that needs to be done. So like you said, the coaches, they were high tempo in practice this week, just because they didn't want to take no slack off.
Both guys, can you talk about the atmosphere tonight? The new LED lights, student section sold out in 5 minutes when tickets came on sale. What was it like for you guys, the energy in the building coming out tonight in the season opener?
I'm not going to lie. I did not know that the lights were going to do that. I did not know they were going to do that. So when they did it, I was like, whoa, this different. This real different. But no, it was big. I don't feel like there's no fans in the country like Florida State fans. So I feel like they definitely did their thing tonight. And, it was big having everybody here and having the atmosphere it was for the young guys to see how it is playing in dope, instilling in them we don't lose in dope. So I feel like that was big.
Coach said that the reason he feels confident going forward on 4th down as much as they did is because he knows you guys will take care of business if they don't get the first down. What does that mean to you guys that he has that kind of confidence?
Like, you know, in practice, we build confidence on both sides. You know, we trust in our offense. If they want to go for it on 4th down, they're going to go for it because, you know, we believe in what we can do and we believe in what they can do. So I feel like, you know, Coach definitely, he has the confidence in us, in our defense, you know, to where if they do go for it, our defense going to step up and, you know, make a stop or just make a play. Oh, yeah.
In my opinion, he go for every 4th down.
For Kalen first and then Jarian, I think like 2 weeks ago, Coach Fuller said that he thinks this defense could be one of the best that's out there. Do you agree with that? And was there a point in this offseason that made you believe that you guys could be one of the best out there?
Of course I agree. You know, I'm with these guys every day, all day, so I see the work that's put in. I see the buy-in. You know, I see that these guys are willing to work. So I see, you know, Coach Fuller, he's not saying that for no reason. You know, he see us putting in work, you know, from where we started to where it's at now. You know, I don't blame him from saying that. You know, it's the reason he said that.
Man, I see these guys every day, the same group of guys put their blood, sweat, tears into this. Like, this is people's lives that we talking about. Like, people get this everything they got. And so when I see that, like, there ain't nothing I won't do for you. Like, I'm willing to run through a wall for you. So me seeing this every day, seeing how offense works, seeing how defense works, I mean, you see the offense we got. So, I mean, we see them every day. So I definitely feel like we got one of the best in the country, defense-wise. So, yeah.
On that note, there was no one, like, if you look at the stats for defense, no one, like, you know, there's tackles were mixed all over, and it was kind of close everywhere. What does that say about the defense?
We got a squad.
Oh, yeah, it's that, you know, guys we want all 11 hats to the ball. If somebody don't make it, you know, the next man going to make it. You know, because we pursue every day, so that's what we harp on, that's what we build off on. Pursuit, and, you know, just being us.
And we got a squad.
That part. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all.
Shorter week. How do you know, coming off LSU win, how do you guys get ready for this week to make sure you guys there would be no letdown and you guys would, you know, have a performance like this?
Yeah, we had the shorter week for sure. You know, we just came to work every single day still. Nothing changed just because it's a shorter week. That don't mean we still come, you know, prepared and come working every single day.
Dre, what does it say about this team that maybe wasn't like the cleanest game at times and you're still able to win 66-13? What does it say about where this team is going, where it's at right now?
That's scary because this team is going to be scary because we still haven't had our best game yet. Like, we still left a lot of points out there on the field.
You talked about towards the end of fall camp about building up your leadership in the running back room. Then you talked about confidence as well. You know, you had a big night tonight. You know, what did that do just for developing that and all in your game in general?
Tonight meant a lot to me because, you know, my first game, we didn't get the running game going how I wanted to go. But, you know, we responded as a group tonight, and we got the running game going. And I'm proud of the offensive line. And I'm proud of the running back room, you know, for, you know, showing up today.
No, Rodney Hill got some carries. Keziah Holmes had a good game. How big is it to watch, you know, C.J. Campbell to get those guys in the game and the experience in this kind of game?
It was big, you know. I love those guys. Like, they come to work every single day. they deserve everything coming their way. So, you know, all their hard work is paying off. You know, I was happy to see those guys on the field today. You know, because they waited their turn, they waiting their time, like they playing their role, and you know they just being patient. You know, they help me be a leader. You know, they always helping me out if I'm down. Like they'll uplift me, and I appreciate them.
What's it like seeing those guys block on the outside for you, wide receivers, tight ends? There's tons of blocking going down there. Hakeem Williams, freshman, making those plays for you guys in the running back room.
It just shows how unselfish this team is. You know, how unselfish the tight ends and how unselfish the receivers are. On my last touchdown run, I went right behind Keon because I just knew he was gonna make the block. So, you know, that's the faith I have in those receivers because you know they always come through, and I appreciate them.
Were you on the field for Keon's leap, and what was your view of it when you saw that? I don't know if you've rewatched the highlight or anything, or what did you think when you saw him do that?
I think I was on the field actually. I was just looking, you know, I'm looking on the side, and I'm like, dang, is he gonna go down? I'm like, no, I don't think he's gonna go down. And I seen him jumping there. I'm like, oh, what are he doing? And then when he heard it, I'm like, nah, this man's an athlete. Like, he's unreal. He's different. He's different for real.
Do you like it when Coach Norvell is aggressive on fourth downs, going for it?
For sure, you know, that just shows that, you know, that he trusts us. He trusts the training that we know at practice every single day. Like, we go through that practice every single day, so why won't you do it in the game? And he trusts us, so that shows that he trusts us. So, I mean, I appreciate Coach Norvell for, you know, trusting us, you know, going for it on fourth downs, being aggressive.
Hey, Trey, down 2 starting offensive linemen tonight. What does it say about that group to still be able to rush for 8 yards a carry? You guys were all able to kind of bust some big runs through the hole. What does that say about that group?
Man, the O-line, you know, they be in the trenches, you know, every single day. Even though we was down 2 offensive linemen, you know, they still played their best. It's a lot of it don't matter who starts on that offensive line. Like, either one of those guys can start because, you know, they're all elite.
You guys probably knew that Rodney was that fast, that Lawrence was that fast. Did you know that Keziah was that fast?
Oh yeah, we argue every single day about who faster, but I think he got me just by a little bit. He's one of my closer RBs on the team, and you know I'm always talking to him every single day. We hang out outside of football, and you know just seeing him out there today, you know I almost cried for him because I know what he's been through, you know, these past 2 years, and I'm just excited to see, you know, the future for him.